have been. But if you don't learn to litigate, you're shit out of luck. I mean, literally, this ain't no joke. Forget about it. Go home tonight. You're never going to be a big company. Ain't going to happen. You want 50 million? That's fine. But are you going to be a billion? Forget about it. I had 3 in-house lawyers. 3. And I've had the same general overall counsel since he's now 63, since he was 28 or 29, world-class lawyer. And he's since I think 1980 till now, 36 years. And he oversees my litigation worldwide. And he's a class act. And known him a long time. I came to his wedding. I flew from Yemen to his wedding when he got married many years ago. 350 lawyers, more or less, all bloodsuckers. I mean, they were putting their business cards in my pockets and shit. The only place they didn't put them is up my ass. And and I got up and I made a speech after the wedding, and I'm saying something to the effect, yeah, and I paid him. I think I only paid him $1 million last year, and this was 30 years ago. And I mean, they were all over me. I mean, it was like a stampede. I was run over like a cattle. But you need you need great lawyers if you're going to be a big company. And that's just the way.
On retention. You have him on retention.
No, I don't know. I pay. He is, but I mean, I pay by the hour.
No success fee?
Huh?
No success?
No. They don't take litigation. Well, some people do. No. The best lawyers in the world don't take litigation, because the bottom line is, you tell them the facts, but you're not telling them all the facts. You're telling them the facts that think you make you look the best, which 100% of the time is not 100% of the facts. And but don't lie. You never lie. Never lie. This is one of my mentees who nutted up to fire his lawyer and was successful. And all of a sudden, the lawyer says, "Oh, you must be serious." So he went on and somehow got the job done. But litigation is crucially important if you're going to build a huge organization. Litigation. And a lot of the lawsuits I've been involved in is because I've acquired a lot of companies. And when you acquire a lot of companies and you acquire the stock, you get the liabilities and assets, and the liabilities are often lawsuits. And so you get all these lawsuits that you got to finger fart with to get through, which are a pain in the butt. But and again, I will cover it more tomorrow and the next day. You always want to buy assets, and you don't want to buy shares. You don't want to buy the company, because the companies come with liabilities. And when you buy assets, they come with the assets and not liabilities. So instead of buying the shares of a company, you buy the assets of the company. Of course, they don't want to sell the assets of the company. They want to sell the shares of the company, because then they can shove the liabilities to you. They shove the liabilities to you.
That's fixed assets, and like any product developments they have.
Well, I mean, I want cash, and normally when they sell you assets, they strip out the cash. But when I say, fine, I'll take all the assets. I want cash, property, patents, and then, but, yeah, I mean, receivables, intellectual property, bullshit. What?
Contracts.
Yeah, you want, you want cash flow. You want things that create cash flow, or you can sell off for cash. That's what you want. And not the lawsuits, and not the liabilities, and not the disgruntled shareholders, and all the stuff that comes along when you buy shares in a company. shares in the company. And in my judgment, there's no such thing as a clean shell. I'm getting ahead of myself because you're going to buy a shell and you're going to back your company into a shell. That's bullshit. There are no such thing as a clean shell. I mean, shareholder from 50 years ago comes out of the woodwork with a contract. I mean, forget about it. Although backing into a clean shell or a shell is cheaper than doing an IPO or public offering, so you think, in theory, but it really isn't because all the hassle that's involved with it. Any questions on anything? There's some of you guys. This is how you arrived at the castle. There you are. There you are. And look at how they've cleaned up YouTube. There you are. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, anything else? Who do I have at 5?
9.
6. 7. Okay. And we'll see what your fan base has to say to me today.
I'm very curious.
Yeah. His fan base. When we get from time to time, we do get a celebrity.
Sorry, Dan.
Yes, sir.
When you find a company or the business, so you don't want the share, you don't want liabilities, anything else you don't want.
No. What was the last thing?
Yeah, liabilities and shares.
Oh, no, you don't want to buy the shares of a company.
No, you just
okay,
want assets.
you want the assets of a company and anything that's associated with an asset. Because the shares, you buy all the existing and past liabilities, and you don't know what those are.
Okay.
Yeah, they may tell you and list on a piece of paper, but you don't know for sure what they are.
Is there anything else you don't want? Just those two only, just share liabilities.
No, I mean anything that's asset. Any asset, contract, intellectual property, machinery, land, buildings, that's fine. You need to know how the buildings are encumbered, if there's liens against them. I've bought big deals where the guy forgot to tell me that there was a $50 million lien against the fucking building.
Tax liabilities will be added into the shares today. The tax liabilities.
Oh, okay, no. You're not, when you buy assets, you're not buying tax liabilities. When you buy company shares, you could be slapped for back taxes. And you don't want that. You want to leave that with the owner.
You can buy some companies where you've got tax advantage to buy it.
Yeah, there are. Okay.
Who does the due diligence?
We do the due diligence. We initially look at the assets, the board, and then we turn it over to our big accounting firm and our law firm, and then they do the final due diligence, and then they sign off on it. And you want their signature. Yes, sir.
How is that the case if you buy a service company?
Well, other than contracts, there are no assets. Okay? And then you buy it and they walk out the next day and they fuck you. They take all the business with you. That's why you want the owners, the motivated sellers, which are the owners, to stay. And contractually, you bind them to stay with you 6 to 36 months. And you make the payments, when we talk about the structuring of the deals over the next few days, you make the payments subject to them staying, and you make increased payments subject to them increasing the profitability, the revenue, top line and bottom line, and so then they stay, then they have an incentive to stay. Anything else? Okay, kids, we'll see you tonight at dinner. I'll see you guys at 5. YouTube, thank you.